Explore the mystical side of life in a multi-dimensional way. Welcome to Integrative Mystic with Anne Vivian.
Please, won't you come in? Welcome. This is Integrative Mystic. I am Anne Vivian. Thank you so much for joining me today as we explore music, poetry, and prayer power with Archangel Sandalphon. You are tuning in the middle of an Archangel series that I am journeying through. So thank you for joining me on this journey. I'm going through the Archangels and exploring each one in this Archangel series. And today we are exploring the musical and magical Archangel Sandalphon. We're going to explore a little bit of angelic lore with Archangel Sandalphon, my personal intuitive communications with him, and then I will pull some tarot cards and sacred geometry cards for the week ahead and give you some ritual ideas for how to connect with this amazing angel. Thank you again so much for tuning in. This is Integrative Mystic on mindbodyspirit.fm. I'm also on iTunes, Google, and Spotify. Don't forget to subscribe if you're tuning in through those podcast network, and please feel free to leave a review. I'm so honored you've joined me today. Let's take a deep breath. Stepping into this angelic space. Listen to the sound of your breath if you can. There's something sacred about the sound of our inhale and exhale. If you can, place a hand on your heart. Feel your heartbeat. See if you can listen to your heartbeat. Feel your heartbeat. Become aware of the rhythm of your heart. These are sacred sounds, sacred rhythms. Archangel Sandalphon teaches us to connect with the sacredness of sound and music. It helps us to connect with our inner self, our higher self, our multidimensional self. So as we're stepping into this multidimensional sacred space, I am going to quickly review what I'm doing in this series. I am doing a psychic blindfold for each archangel, and I have put the names of each archangels in blank envelopes and then communed with each one, not knowing consciously which archangel's name I'm holding in my hand in that envelope. And so I'm getting what I like to think of as more objective, intuitive information as I commune with that archangel, and I invite you to do the same thing. So for each archangel, I share with you my psychic blindfold communication with that archangel and tuning into that energy. And I share with you archetypal information and what I found was written about this angel, generalities in people's experiences with this angel. So let's talk about Archangel Sandalphon, shall we? I want to share, before I go into the psychic blindfold envelope divination information, I want to share with you a personal experience I've had with Sandalphon. I actually had this very powerful dream a couple of years ago, and I tried my hardest to find this dream in my dream journals. I keep a dream journal, and I have many years of dream journals. They're very powerful spiritual experiences for me, so I like to record them. I know I had this dream a couple of years ago. I just couldn't find it in my dream journal, but I remember the dream quite vividly, and so I'm going to share it with you, even though I don't have the details written down. I remember that I was in the dream speaking with a friend over the phone, and all of a sudden my voice started, well, I was emitting this sound out of my mouth that isn't a human noise. It's not a note that my body could actually make in waking life. It was too deep. My voice doesn't go that deep. And I felt the vibration throughout my body. I feel like there was vibration throughout the dream, throughout the space that I could feel. It was incredibly intense. And I just felt this, and I knew it was Archangel Sandalphon. And it felt like this transmuting kind of energy, like a cleansing. The musical note that I was emitting out of my mouth was really low, sustained, powerful tone, was transmuting some negative energy. And I felt it in my body when I awoke. I felt the vibration through my body. And I looked up Sandalphon after that, and I said, I knew it. He's an archangel who is associated with music. And there was this amazing musical experience. I actually think there were multiple spiritual entities connecting with me in that dream. That Archangel Sandalphon was one of them. So that was my first conscious experience with Archangel Sandalphon that I can remember, and it happened several years ago in that dream experience. So I'm wondering, have you had any archangel dream experiences? They're not that common, but for me, but every now and then I do have an archangel who makes her their presence known in my dream, and it's usually quite powerful and amazing. So here's what I got when I tuned in to the psychic blindfold with Archangel Sandalphon, musical, magical Sandalphon. So I actually did get a feeling of cleansing with this angel, of him helping you cut away things, able to sense what needs to be removed and remove it, which really relates to my experience of Sandalphon, because I felt like he was helping me cleanse and let go of some lower vibrations in that dream. I also felt he's foresightful, very conscious, forgiving, and merciful. And so it's interesting. Archangel Sandalphon was thought to have been a human before he was transformed by God into an archangel. And he was thought to be Elijah, the prophet. So I'm wondering if the foresightfulness was tuning into the Elijah prophet's energy. He's associated with earth and earth consciousness, earth healing, protecting the earth. He is, in some writings, thought to be the twin brother of Archangel Metatron, who was the other archangel, the only other archangel who has lore of being a human, who has a myth that he was a human before he was transformed by God into an archangel. He was a human whose name was Enoch. So the myth goes, and it's interesting. Some people believe that these two archangels were literally humans, Enoch and Elijah in the Bible, who were transformed into angels. Some people believe they were archangels and incarnated as humans, and then went back to, archangel status. I think that makes more sense to me, the way I work with angels and understand the angelic consciousness. It makes sense to me that there would be an incarnation of that consciousness, not a transformation necessarily. But it's not for me to say, and does it really matter? But it's interesting. So there's a connection there with the earth, with Metatron and with Sandalphon, that they do have this mythology, Judeo-Christian mythology about being human. And so that gives them more of this earthly connection, doesn't it? And can help them understand humans in a different way. So it's interesting. When I tuned into the colors for this angel, I did see blue, I saw a little yellow, I saw green, and it really settled on aqua. I saw the aqua was the one that was settling on in the end, and was kind of just stabilizing into aqua. And, this archangel doesn't have one color that like everybody agrees on. It's not that kind of strong color association. A lot of people have different colors they see with Sandalphon. Some people believe there's just earthy colors associated with him because he's earthy. I did see a lot of people, when I was looking into this, a lot of people do see aqua with him, see like a turquoise aqua. So it's interesting because I was really getting and the blue comes in too. I was really getting a strong throat chakra information when I was tuning in. I was seeing for images, I was seeing a pen, like the pen you write with, a peacock, a sword, and with the writing theme continues, but there's a strong throat chakra, blue aqua vibration I was picking up when I was doing this like psychic blindfold. So there's a lot there with communication, words, and expression through the throat chakra. And it made a lot of sense when I looked into what Sandalphon is associated with. I already knew the music, but he's also associated with carrying humans' prayers up to heaven and presenting them to God. He's associated with prayers, poetry, and music. So, with presenting our prayers to God, the way I kind of interpret this, so here's the pen, here's the expressing your intentions, right? And perhaps writing them, the messages. So the messages that you're expressing, that Archangel Sandalphon is helping you to lift up to spirit. So, I interpret this as when he carries the prayers to heaven, I interpret this as Sandalphon's energy can help us to shift to a higher octave of divine communication, can help to direct our focus to higher consciousness instead of just our analytical mind to solve problems. And he can help us in our prayer practice to really empower how we're creating our prayers, refining them, expressing them. What's our prayer practice for activating them? So I feel like he's helping us to clarify and refine our desires to be integrated with our higher selves. Be careful what you ask for or pray for. You just might get it. So Archangel Sandalphon can help us to clarify what to ask for in our prayers and intention setting, how to best communicate that, how to best work with those intentions in perhaps a prayer practice or other kind of spiritual practice or ritual way, so that we're asking for what it is that our higher self really wants, and also using prayer effectively, using intention setting effectively. I feel like, so that's connected with the pen that I saw. I got a big writing vibe with him. The peacock, I feel like I saw the peacock. I feel like the peacock for me is speaking to this angel's earthiness, because the peacock doesn't fly that much, but also that he is still an angel. He is, the peacock is still a bird. Archangel Sandalphon is still an archangel, but he has a really strong earth connection, like the peacock has, is a bird, but a pretty strong earth connection, as it doesn't fly all that much. It stays pretty close to the ground. At least I believe that to be so. If I'm wrong, leave me a message. I think the sword to me connects with Archangel Sandalphon, is, in my experience, an angel that helps with cleansing and removing what needs to be removed. So there's that incisiveness, there's that cutting ability for our benefits. Sandalphon is mentioned in the Kabbalah as well as other Jewish and Christian ancient writings. And he is actually supposed to be a really tall angel. He's referred to as an incredibly tall angel in his physical description. He's, I think that has something to do with reaching the earth, the earth plane, with his consciousness, but also reaching up to heaven by carrying our prayers up to heaven and presenting them to God. So there's that beautiful metaphor again of Archangel Sandalphon's consciousness. He can help us to develop, which is that integrative consciousness of being grounded while connecting with that divine consciousness, being in our earthly bodies and connected with our egoic mind. At the same time, we're connected with our higher consciousness and multidimensional awareness and presence. So when I tuned in with the psychic blindfold, what does this angel help with? I did get language. So there comes the prayers and the poetry again, problem solving, I also got he helps with our ability to relax and take a break, and also getting going again after a period of rest, getting back on our feet after a period of slowness. So it's interesting. There's something there maybe with earth rhythms that he helps us to kind of align our routine and our own body rhythm. To me, that sort of connects back with his connection with the earth. Problem solving, language. I feel like this goes back to prayers and intentions. And then here's the Archangel message I got in the psychic blindfold, not knowing which angel this is. This is what I heard him say. I have been able to help people find the right message to say. I am pleasant and kind. I help people write what they need to write. If you work with me, I can help you get control and steer your life better. I am aligned with the Creator who showers us all with love and support. So there's that. That was the message. There was that emphasis on messages and writing again. I think that has to do with his help with us in our prayer practice and expressing our intentions and working with the divine. And there's also a connection there with just expression. I didn't hear music specifically or sense that specifically when I was tuning into Sandalphon, but definitely that throat chakra, aqua blue ray and throat chakra kind of archetypal expression vibe was there. And so there's definitely a musical component. I did feel the music very strong in the dream I had with Sandalphon. There is a very definite vibration of music associated with him. I have felt before. So knowing that, call upon Sandalphon for musical projects and endeavors. Call upon him for writing poetry, or if you're writing music or any kind of, musical expression. You can call on him to help you understand the power of music, the sacredness, spirituality of music, how to use it to heal yourself and help others to heal, to benefit others, to bring others joy, yourself joy with music. You can call on him for help with clarifying prayers and intentions, help with your prayer practice. For a ritual idea, if you write music, here's a ritual idea: light a candle before you begin your composition period. Ask Archangel Sandalphon and your higher self to be co-writers with you in your next piece. Set your intention and then see what inspirations come to you as you engage in whatever kind of practice you have for whatever your process is for composing music. This could be a really inspiring ritual. Another ritual idea, a prayer ritual. So set your space for your prayer time. Ask him to help you choose the right music to put on in the background, and then see what music you're drawn to put on intuitively. Sit down at your altar, a sacred space, and then ask your higher self and Archangel Sandalphon to help you clarify your prayer intentions, or if you prefer, just your intentions. And notice after you do that what thoughts, feelings, sensations, words, images come to you about what it is that you're wanting to manifest, what it is you're wanting to ask for in your prayers or intention setting. Write this down. He might be offering you a specific way to say something, to phrase something. Archangel Sandalphon is very good at this. He might be offering you a special music piece or type of music to play to help you manifest. Write down whatever intuitions you're getting. Write down your prayers and the words that are coming to you, knowing that you are guided by your higher self and this archangel presence. Use that prayer. See how it feels after you've written it. Thank your higher self and Archangel Sandalphon, of course, when you're done. So those were some ritual ideas if you'd like to work with good old Sandalphon. I'm sure he would be delighted to partner with you. I'm going to shift gears now and pull some cards for the week ahead. Okay, tuning into the collective energy for the week ahead, the week of September 23rd, 2022, or whenever you are tuning into this podcast. I've got Three of Pentacles and tetrahedron sacred geometry, which is the three-dimensional triangle, also known as pyramid. I've got Nine of Pentacles and transmutation for our guidance cards. So the first cards are general energy. Let's tune in. So general energy for this week, we've got Three of Pentacles, of course, emphasis on work. We've got like a million planets retrograde, including Mercury, but that's okay. There's a divine order to all the retrogrades. Let's align with the divine order. It's a good time to do the retrograde research and shadow work and cleaning up and letting go and releasing with all of these retrogrades. They're important movements of the planets and important shifts in our consciousness. So Three of Pentacles this week, I think a lot of us are feeling like we're working hard and maybe not making as much progress as we'd like. It feels like maybe a lot of us are putting in a lot of investments and not seeing the returns immediately. And so there might be a little frustration there. But so I feel like there is, we've just shifted, the sun just shifted into Libra. And so there's a shift into balancing things out. I feel like a lot of people are wanting to shift the energy and shift things in their life to create more balance right now. That's the emphasis I'm feeling this week. And it does feel like maybe there's just some resistance when it comes to work. And I feel like, it's a great Mercury retrograde kind of collective energy of finding new ways of doing things and figuring out how to overcome obstacles, rethinking some things, revisiting some things. So I feel that collectively. Tetrahedron. So anytime I pull, a triangle or pyramid shaped object, I tune into that archetypal feeling of the goals, dreams, goals, vision. It's an archetypal shape of dreams, goals, and visions. So with this general energy for this week, I feel like people, it's an Archangel Sandalphon is coming out this week with no coincidence. He's helping us specifically this week. I feel like, that Sandalphon divine support is there. Collective divine support is there with many different entities in consciousness. Spirit and the oneness consciousness is there to help us actually refine our goals, refine our prayers, refine how we think about our goals, what we really want, how we're moving towards them, and maybe what changes to make in order to move towards our goals. But yeah, so I'm feeling that collectively there's an emphasis on work and goals and progress, but also what shifts do we need to make? We might be faced with some shifts. We might have them sort of thrown in our face in order to overcome some obstacles and move forward. Nine of Pentacles and transmutation. That's a very Archangel Sandalphon card to me for our guidance. So Nine of Pentacles, I feel like, is guiding us to, that Libra energy, smell the roses, enjoy the beauty, enjoy art and beauty and the art of life and, the art of relationships, friendships, human connection. Enjoy your garden. I feel like, Mercury retrograde is a great time to slow down and align yourself with the slow down if you can. Make sure and incorporate more relaxation time. I feel like the Nine of Pentacles is guiding us to remember self-care and don't just say you're going to do something. Don't just say you're going to take better care of yourself or tweak your routine to create more well-being. Take that baby step and do it, and, if you need more rest, take more rest. But this is also, these are abundance cards. So I feel like there's also some guidance here. It's a good week for manifestation. We've got the new moon coming up this weekend. It's a good week to clarify your goals, to revisit maybe goals and clarify what's worked, what hasn't worked, and what you can sort of redo in order to move forward with your manifestation. And a lot of times that's gratitude. So be grateful for what you have. That's a great way to open the doors to manifestation. Transmutation, I feel that Sandalphon note, just even through me now, just wanting to lovingly help us transmute any negative energy, lovingly protecting us, lovingly help us to transmute and let go of anything that no longer serves us, and to release old patterns and habits and energies and anything that isn't here for our highest good. Transmutation is about not only releasing it, but transforming it. So what can you transform in your life this week? Not just let go, but what can maybe it's that anger, maybe it's that confusion. How can you transform that into maybe a piece of music or a piece of creative expression, or even just writing it down, or you're frustrated with something happening in this world? You can transmute that into some positive action, helping others, starting being an advocate, or starting to take action to make positive change. That's transmutation. So transmuting the energy in your life from the lower to the higher, from what's not working to what's working. You have the power. You have actually really powerful retrograde energy to transform the areas of your life that are needing a little TLC, and get them moving in the right direction, and give them some healing. So, call on spirit, call on whatever your spiritual practice is. Activate that, use that, call on Archangel Sandalphon if that is in harmony with what feels right to you in your practice. Those were the cards for this week. Don't give up on your goals, my friend. Keep moving forward. There is progress that's going to be made. And some of us might even see progress even with all these retrogrades, and we can see probably some positive shifts happening towards our goals, and maybe in areas that have been stuck, or that we haven't seen progress in a while. Thank you, Archangel Sandalphon, for joining us on this journey. Thank you for stepping into this Archangel space with me. And as we're leaving this space, I just want to thank you once again for going on this journey with me, for flying in the angelic realms with me. Don't forget to check out my other podcasts on my YouTube channel, Creative Psyche Studio. I also have other videos there, including tarot messages videos and other meditations you can check out. And you can check out my website, creativepsychestudio.com. Psyche is spelled Psyche, for my manifesting groups and dream groups and other exciting services and offerings I offer. My blog is there as well. I hope you have a beautiful fall and a beautiful week, and I will connect with you next episode. Take care.